Hi guys, what's up everybody? Thank you so much for clicking by to my YouTube channel. Welcome and welcome back. My name is Viola Mirasi. If you are a returning subscriber, woo, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the family. So in today's video, I want to share with you my labor and delivery story. So we all know that a baby is carried in the womb for 9 months. There are some special cases that babies are carried for like 10 months. I know someone who gave birth at 10 months. And then I also know some people who give birth like maybe at 7 months or 6 months or something like that, maybe on a special case. So on a normal delivery, babies are carried in the womb for 9 months. And we all know that after being carried in the womb, at some point they have to come out. So we have two procedures that this baby can come out with from the womb. One, we have a normal delivery. This is where you give birth with what your mama gave you or what God gave you, whichever the case. You give birth like normally. Is the other one not normal? Let's just say you have a vaginal birth, and on this other side we have the C-section. All of these procedures can be used for a baby to come out in the womb, and whether you used a vaginal birth or you used a C-section birth, all of them are okay. You are still a mom and you have still done a great job of carrying the baby and making sure that the baby stays healthy and going through this procedure so that this baby can come out. What happened after carrying my baby for 9 months, it was my time to deliver. So it was early in the morning. I remember around maybe around 8 in the morning. So me, I was sleeping because during my last trimester, I was very tired. Because first of all, I had a lot of weight. I was weighing like 80 something, going to 90s. And then my legs were swollen. I don't know, my face was swollen. I don't know where it was swollen. So I was very tired. So especially towards the end of those last weeks, I was tired. I couldn't even sleep. I was feeling very much uncomfortable. So this one morning, I was sleeping. I never used to wake up early during my last weeks. So I was sleeping. So when I was sleeping, I felt like something just I don't know, something just hit my inner womb. So when this thing hit my inner womb, I felt like something, okay, can we just say like a balloon, and then maybe you take a needle and then you pierce it. So when you pierce, air is coming out. So when I felt like something had pierced my womb, I felt like something very hot flowing. So that is when my water broke and I just came out of the bed and stood and then let the water go. So from there I started feeling stomach pain, and maybe a little bit of blood started coming out, a little bit of disorder started coming out, and the pain was becoming severe and severe. It depends. You find like it was going like maybe let's say for like after every 30 minutes you feel something and then it reduced. After every maybe 20 you feel something and then it reduced. After every maybe 5 minutes or so. So when this water broke, I went to the hospital because like any other mama, I had to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital, and remember, before I gave birth, it was like maybe two weeks before I gave birth, I had like false labor. So I was feeling like I want to give birth, and being that I was a first time mom, I had to rush to the hospital. I didn't know like there's something like false labor. So I went to the hospital, stayed there for like 2 days, and there was nothing. I wasn't feeling, I went there at night, and then the following day I wasn't feeling anything. I was just feeling some pain that were not making that much sense. So I went back home and gave birth after 2 weeks. So I went to the hospital after my water broke. When I was in the hospital, the doctor came to measure how I had dilated. So when you don't know, when you are giving birth, they measure you. When you are giving birth, you are measured, like how many centimeters have you dilated. So when I was going there, I think I was like maybe 8 centimeter or so. So I was still far. So the doctor just let me labor, walk around, and hey, the pain, the pain was severe. Hi, if you have not given birth, my dear, I'm not even discouraging you guys, but I'm just preparing you psychologically that you need to do your research, and you need to be prepared psychologically for this procedure. You need to be prepared physically for this procedure. It's something that every woman, once you are born a woman and you want to give birth, that is the procedure that we all have to do. And that is the procedure that God gave us. So it is not that you are going to die or something like that. It's just a procedure that we have to pass through, and it is what it is. So I called 2 of my sisters. They came, they were around, they were giving me support. I had other people also around me. So I continue with the laboring. Hey, woo! So I was walking around, but you see, I started laboring at 8 in the morning, and the more time was going by, the more the pain was becoming severe and severe. I was given these dresses, maternity dresses for mothers that are supposed to give birth maybe in a few or so. So they had like some knots to tie, like maybe on this way, and I was told to walk around, because when you sit, the baby doesn't lower. The baby needs to lower. The baby needs to, like, inafaa like mtoto ashuke. So ikukia hapo, mtoto hashuki, and you're just putting the baby at very many risks. So I had to do what I had to do. I was there with my sisters. So I could walk, and the pain was going nowhere. So I walked, I labored. So at another time, I was measured again how I had dilated. So when they measured, I was like 6 centimeter, and you guys, I was like almost giving up, because the pain was becoming severe. I'm like 6 centimeters. I'm still like far from just dilating completely. So I was encouraged. Just walk, just do the exercise, just try taking something, and I was puking. So it went by, time went by, and 4 p.m. still not yet. But now at around 5 p.m. I was feeling like the baby was coming, and the pain. Have you ever had that in labor room? There is no shame. There is no shame in labor room, by the way. People just walk the way they want to walk, and there's no one even bothering them, and they are not even bothering with the people. If you want to walk the way you were given birth to, you just walk like that. Some people are like legs, I don't know where. Me, I was in the floor. Ah! So continue laboring, continue laboring. Why? At 7 p.m. Still not yet. You guys. You guys. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. So as it was entering 7, I gave up. I gave up kabisa, and I was just being encouraged. I used to go there, start pushing, and you know what? I didn't know how to push. By the way, if you are going to give birth, I feel like it's good to do your research. There are some things that people just take them like basic. You just go there and just push, and I don't know, the baby will come out. No. You need to know how to balance this push. You need to know how to push, in short. If you are capable, or just make it a thing, you just do your delivery, you just do your research before you deliver. How do people push? How am I supposed to breathe? How am I supposed to, like, hold and let it go, hold and let it go? How am I supposed to, like, put my legs? How am I supposed to, like, labor around? Am I supposed to walk? Am I supposed to eat? Like, if you are a pregnant woman, kindly do your research. Just do your research. It will help you. Because me, I remember I was being told push. So, being that baby girl have watched movies, being that baby girl has watched movies, me, what I knew is that you just do, when the doctor says push, you just say and the baby will come out, and the baby will come out. Oh my god. The baby doesn't come out like that. You have to put the pressure. You have to put the pressure so that the baby can, like, lower and maybe come out. Because if you just make the sound like the way I was making, and you are not putting effort, the baby is not going to come out, and you are putting your baby at a high risk. You are putting your baby, the baby is becoming tired. I'm not a medic, I'm just saying from my experience, the baby is becoming tired. Because I remember even at one point I was being told, like, I need to, like, put the pressure, and you know what, I didn't know where to put this pressure. I didn't know. Me, I was just making that sound of push, push. Oh my god, who does that? Who does that? If you're a woman and you are pregnant, please do your research. Please, 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 sis, just do your research. Just at least just have an idea, because if you are doing it for the first time, you can never know, like, what to expect. But when you have an idea, maybe you can apply one or two here and there. So I continued at 7. Hey, me, I was tired. Hey, I went 7:30. Why? I was like on the neck of the nurse. I want to give birth. Hey, and the nurse was there and carried. But there I got a very good nurse. I was delivered by a female nurse, and she was very patient. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to nurses. You are doing a great job. You guys, making a woman give birth is not easy. And you know, sometimes they really push us so much, but I feel like to some extent it's for our good, because when you don't get that pressure, sometimes you tend to relax, and the person who gets to, like, end up maybe in a bad state is the baby. That one is maybe something that is there. But hey, there's those some nurses like, let us not just talk about them, but hey, they are very harsh. I don't know why, but whether a male or a female doctor helps you give birth, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as there is someone to help you do it. It is okay, because you know these people are very professional. They know what they're doing. This is their job. This is what they have studied for years, so they know what they're doing. So me, I continued. Around 7:40 the pain became severe. I was there. I had not eaten from morning. I was puking like the whole time, even water. And now I felt like taking Stony. So I told my sister, go and bring for me Stony. So a girl was giving birth. A girl was trying to push and taking Stony. Trying to push and taking Stony. Despite the fact that I didn't know what I was doing, I was getting guideline from my nurse who was there with me throughout. And shout out kabisa. Hata kama sikujui saizi, even though I don't know you right now, like, thank you so much. So I was getting guidance from her, and she was telling me what to do, and she was very patient. I was a first time mom. I needed that, I know, that closure, that somebody just that can just pamper me for the time being and just give me guidance and tell me what to do as I try to like do it myself. So I continued, and at around 8, hi, at around 8, I don't know, it was like 8:05. I think at around 8:05 the baby started coming out, and my sisters was like, oh, I've seen his head. And I was like encouraged. I was just taking my Stony, and now just doing what the nurse was saying and guiding myself according to the pressure that was coming with the baby, so I could just try and balance it out. So I when I felt like it was coming, I could like give it my all, and then when it was like reducing, I could now balance. So when the head came out, I just felt like the body came out like psh. I don't know how the baby came the body I don't know how the body came out, but after the head came out, the body came out, and my baby was crying. I just felt like and of course the nurse gave him some few punks like here and there for him to like cry properly. So he was like taken. I don't know, the nurse was doing what. I don't know if it was the breathing or I don't remember. I don't remember what was happening, but the nurse could like cut my placenta. The nurse cut my placenta, and then he started doing some things for the baby after spanking him. So I don't know that. I'm not a medic. I don't know. She did what was supposed to be done, and the baby was okay. And immediately after my baby was taken out of my womb, he pooped. So the thing is that he was ready to come out. I was the one who was delaying the push, because you know what? I didn't know how to push. So when the good thing is that he didn't poop on my stomach, because if he had done that, it could be maybe a different case. I don't know if it could have come with other complications, but immediately after he came out of the womb, he pooped. So I was there being given some pressure on my stomach. I don't know there for what, but I was being given some pressure. I was being told like, you need to cough, so that I don't know, it was like I don't know what was supposed to come out, the placenta or whichever thing that was going to come out. So I coughed, and I was okay, and that's how I met my baby. And it was just a very full, awesome, loving, wonderful, remembered, you name it. I was so happy, and the moment I laid my eyes on this cute, handsome boy, the pain just I don't know where the pain went, but I felt so much relieved. I felt like the pain went away. I even forgot what was going on, and I was ready to carry my baby. I was ready to meet my baby. So after there, I was taken to now another room. There is delivery room, and now there is a labor room, and then there is labor room, there is delivery room, and now there is a normal room. So I was taken to the normal room. I slept there with my baby, and I was being told like I need now to start breastfeeding him. And you know what? There was no milk. Me, I didn't have milk. There was nothing that was coming out at all, at all, at all, at all. And the baby was very hungry. The baby was very hungry. Me, I tried to eat. I ate that day, but the baby was very hungry. There was nothing that was coming out. I was like trying to give him the glucose. So I gave birth like today, and I don't know. I can't remember if I was taken out of the hospital after 1 day or after 2 days, or I went at home the following day. Because I remember just being given the notification and just being checked here and there, notification for baby, for preparing like the birth certificate. So I got checked out after, I can't remember the exact days, but it didn't exceed 2 days. So I was checked out. I went home. Hey, you know what? 2 days. I still don't have milk. Hey, my baby was started making funny faces. He wanted to like suck the milk. Nothing is coming out. The boobs have started becoming painful. I don't know the nipple is doing what. So at this time, I got very much stressed out, because the only thing that I had to give the baby was just glucose. And I don't know why this glucose was not satisfying him. I thought that maybe if I give him that glucose, he will be like satisfied for some time, but he needed milk. So milk for me was an issue for like, I don't know if it was like 5 days or 4 days straight. I didn't have milk. So I tried. And you know what? I had to do what had to do. I just found like the normal milk and started giving him. And due to the fact that he was sucking my breast, and there was nothing that was coming, he left some pressure that made me swell in my breast. And it was really bad. It was very bad. It was very painful. And I remember I was given a certain medicine. My mom gave me a certain chemist medicine for me to like just put on that area. And you know what? I was given like today, I put it there at night, and the next day everything had come back together. I could feel some small pressures, but I was good. And the sixth day, milk started coming out. So the milk started pouring kabisa. I had a lot of milk. Now he was feeding. I was like, if I sleep, when I wake up, there is milk all over my body, like there is milk in my I started having like a lot of milk. So of course, after you give birth, the baby's belly normally have this thing that needs to drop out. So for my kid, I used to just use warm water, and I also used spirit. And after a few days, that thing just came out. It fell and he was good. So on my part, and now started constipating. You guys, if you give birth, you might constipate. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you can go under constipation. So, hey, hey, it was a very painful. It was very painful. I had to now balance, juggle here and there, but hey, I came through and I just thank God. That was my story for my labor and delivery. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you related. If you did not relate, I know you will relate in one way or another when you give birth. Show me some love by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up, turn on the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you are able to be notified. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Tell me when, how, what was your experience, what are you expecting? So until next time, ciao.